on one little thing. I'm returning to let you all, um, this is what I missed. This is added on to my Chanta Psalm, and it is live in tranquility. So for February 1st, as we start off, you know, so-called Black History Month, but we're Black every day, all 12 months of the year in this calendar. Uh, so um, the designated, Black History Month and all this stuff, um, we are, Black every single day. So designating a month is ridiculous. So they might do away with that. Who knows? They're doing away with DEI, so that may go. They might call it American History Month. That may happen. But we're gonna live in tranquility because there's too many things happening. That is just, oh my goodness, I don't know what to tell you. And I left this part out. I was out of time, and I left this part out. So if you subscribe to my channel, or if you you know tune into my Chanta Psalm, you will see that I the theme today is righteousness restores. Hey, Yaya world. So it's hi, greetings, welcome, shalom. Yes, greetings to you too. Shalom to you too. So I wanted to add this piece on this, not this piece, but this part on, and it's about living in tranquility. Living in tranquility, and it's coming from Romans chapter 12, verse 14 to 16. And I usually share Walking with the Savior. This is the book, Walking with the Savior, Max Lucado. And for today, February 1st, it speaks of living in tranquility. Living in tranquility. So it's looking at the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 14 to 16. And it speaks with good, want good for ones that harm you. Thank you for liking this video. Let me repeat that. Want good for ones that harm you, that hurt you, that made you cry, whatever the case is, right? That harm you, basically. So Romans, then, this is the book of Romans. I didn't write this, okay? This is not me, Dr. Sewer. It is Romans chapter 12, verse 14 to 16. And it's starts off with, we should want good for those that may have hurt us. And we need to want well for them and not to curse them, right? Not to curse them. Be happy with others that are happy, okay? When someone is joyful and they're happy, be happy too. You may not be, but be happy with the person. And be sad with those that are sad. If somebody's going through a sadness or they're going through a grief, I tell people, I've lost my son in 2023. I lost my dad in 2024. And oftentimes people are not, kind about themselves, and to think, okay, she's going through a sad thing. Let me not speak to her that way, or, they don't think about that. Thank you, Billy. Thank you for that kind words. You're so kind. So Romans is talking about that, to be happy with ones that are happy and be sad with ones that are sad. Live in tranquility with each other. And tranquility means harmony. It means a harmonious pattern, a harmonious balance. Um, so Max Lucado makes a commentary and speaks and asks a question. Who are peacemakers? Hi, Joe. Hi, Roddy. Who are peacemakers? Peacemakers, right? And I don't like to use the word peace. I like to use the word tranquility makers or calm senders. Send people who send calmness to your life, who alleviate the pressure and the burdens of life, and not just is a leech sucking, you and your energy out. Hi, L. Steven. Hi. I was on earlier. I returned because I left out my walking with the Savior. So I don't want to leave that out. And that's coming from Romans chapter 12, verse 14 to 16, that we have to, you know, think good of others that may not be thinking good of us, or we must also, want good for those who have hurt us. We must want and to want well for them and not to curse them, right? We must, not be as the vicious voicemail who what I received, someone who felt harmed or whatever, they cursed me out, So we don't do that. We don't call people names that we don't necessarily like. I myself, called, certain folks who are, in the political realm names because they just, to me, represent this, waste of time kind of situation. But I don't want them to take me to those places calling them a name, and I'm like them. I become like them. I don't want that. So I had to return to, share that because that's important. I want to let people know this is, I too have fallen short of the glory and have called folks names, I'm not even going to talk about it, but that has happened. And I don't want to be like the oppressor. I don't want to be as the one who I am, speaking about that's doing something incorrect. So Romans is right on point. When I looked at this, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to read this. So the question Max Lucado has for February 1st, and we should move into the month in this way, living in a tranquil way, in tranquility, and living in that with each other. You know what I mean? Bringing a tranquility and a serenity to people, not harassment and stress with bills and botheration and bothering, that shouldn't be the case. So Max Lucado asked, who are the peacemakers? The peacemakers are the first ones that take the initiative and decide to extend a hand as olive branches of love and tranquility. When someone has hurt you, right? You are responsible to rebuild that bridge of relationship, right? That is the responsible person's job. The irresponsible person is not going to do that. They're going to call and leave vicious voicemails. They're not going to want to build any relationship or take acknowledgement or accountability for the hurt that they've caused, So we are going to take the initiative. We're going to take the initiative, and we're going to live in tranquility. And I'm going to apologize publicly for calling, I think who it was, I think it was Kamala Harris. I called her in a derogatory name because of certain things and policies that in San Francisco that weren't cool. And I don't want to, call anybody any name. So when I saw this, I said, oh my gosh, let me share that, because that is part of self reflection. And part of self reflection is looking at yourself. And I use these different avenues to reveal what I need to do. So, yeah, we want to give thanks, and I'm thankful that I could, free myself from certain things. Joe Reyes, you accepted righteousness and goodness and long suffering and forgiveness. You accepted all of that. When you accept Jesus, that's what you're accepting. You're accepting to do good, okay? So I thank you, Joe, for commenting on that. This is my son. And we are out of time. So I wanted to add that as the ending of my Chantasam. Have a beautiful day, everybody. And remember, live in tranquility. Live in tranquility. Stop the botheration and the, thing. Oh, okay. So L. Steven is, making a comment that they can't, stand Trump and they prefer Harris. And some people do, right? But we're not going to call anybody a derogatory name that we don't prefer, right? We're not going to do that. So I want to apologize for a call, and to my son, because I think my son heard me say that, and someone else that I was speaking with, to calling people names, for their representation of evilness. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let them show who they are without me having to, call a spade a spade. The spade's gonna be a spade whether I call it or not, right? So I'm gonna let it just be. You're gonna see. I don't have to call it. It's not gonna call it. Thank you, L. Steven. Good advice. The L. Steven. This is how somebody has saying it. That's my stepson. L. Steven, bless you. Yeah, so we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna let people take away that joy from us, putting us in those places where we have to, call people, out on these things. You're gonna see who they are for who they are. Okay? You're gonna see who they are for who they are. Thanks for joining. Love you all. Stay strong, ho. Joe, stay strong. Have a blessed day.